Our Gable starter looks, in this version, looks a lot like our eave starter. Again, that fundamental difference where the eave starter is pitched to the slope of the roof. The Gable, as it sits on the 90-degree edge of the Gable, is kept at a 90-degree bend. Now, it's important to note that all Havelock metal trim we do out of a substantial 26 gauge material. It's a nice hardy, stiff gauge that will provide a real clean look and really enhance the look of your trim applications and the overall appearance of your project. So again, they also come in 10-foot lengths. Gable starters in particular, there's several versions that you can consider. Like I say, this is a very straightforward, simple one. But we often use a version that looks like this as well, referred to as a flying gable starter. Now it's specific to a flying gable roof style where your ridge is longer than your eave and your gable ends have this proud sort of triangular look to them. It's important to use this on those roofs as your steel is applied and your ribs are cut according to that angle. The rib cross section is opened up quite a bit, being cut on that bisection, and the concern about weather blowing in there is something we want to address. So it tucks nicely into this sort of J portion of this trim, and can really provide a finished look. Such that it's become quite a popular look in regular gables as well. So you can see we've went ahead and we've installed a flying gable on our roof here, and like I say, it gives you a great finished look. So let's take a closer look at the connection between our eave starter and our gable starter. We talked about cutting back the nailing flange and the kick, so that we left some of the face of the eave starter to wrap around the side and to give that nicer finished look. This is it in a little bit of a closer up view. You can see the nail flange has been cut back. The kick has been cut on an appropriate angle, and we've folded over the face. So also on our gable end, we've cut it to the slope of the roof, and we've created a detail on the kick that where they go together, it creates a nice tight finished appearance. So when joining gable starters along a given run, again, we talked about these pieces being in 10-foot lengths. If your section is greater than 10 feet and you need to lap pieces together, again, whether it's gable or eave, we look at a very simple overlap where, again, the lower section is installed and then the higher section laps simply over top, again, to maintain that water shedding effect. It's important to have this lap be quite minimal, really. Just about an inch is all you need there. The point is that we're trying to keep this as flat as possible, so as the steel lies over top, it doesn't have some odd sort of raised section to it. The greater the lap, the less tight that will want to sit. And this is an area that has steel over top of it anyway, so we're not really concerned about water getting into that lap. So again, less is more in this case. And that's a simple, straightforward gable and eave touch. When we're trying to splice flying gables together, however, there is a little more to it. What happens here is we want to have, again, that cascading effect where the top is laying over the lower portion. So we would relief cut away the back part of our flying gable, leaving the nail portion of the flying gable, while on the lower part we will cut away, we'll open up the catch here, so that we'll better be able to lay in the upper portion. Now you can see in this case here, we've got it lapped nicely. The lower portion was opened up, and you can see the evidence of the tooling happening here, which is really negligible. Again, the steel covers that. It's not seen anyway, but the important part is we've maintained this water flow down the whole run of the trim. And again, it will provide a very finished look from the outside.